researcher, or you are not familiar with how to write it. This is also a very new experience. No matter how much good work you have done, but writing is another skill. If you don't know how to present your work, if you don't know how to write it and let others read about it, then it means you're not a complete researcher.
That's right. So same question is that high impact factor publications are important or low impact factor, and what are the difference between publishing in some high impact journal or low impact journal or in a conference?
Yes, I know that many people think that if your paper is in high impact factor, then it means that is very good. And if your paper is in a low impact factor, your research is not good. So I must correct here that this is not the truth. Because high impact factor and low impact factor, it depends what quality work, what type of work you are doing, where you want to present it. Uh, for example, if you have some novel ideas, you have done a work which is a novel, so you will be most likely publishing in a high impact factor. And if you think that your idea is not a novel, it's just like you're just dividing drugs. Someone used it one polyphenol, you're using it another polyphenol, so that won't be a much novel idea, so that can be published in a medium or a low impact factor. But of course that's a good work. You are telling or introducing different polyphenols, or you're introducing different drugs. So you have much options like low impact factors, high impact factors. Then you go to conferences, the abstracts, proceedings, and you can also go for magazines. Like if you have a very novel idea but you don't have much experiments, you can publish this thing in letters. So you have short idea, a novel idea, it can go into letters. If you have a short idea, it's not much novel but it's a good idea, you can go for conferences or even magazines, the ISSN number magazines. So they are best for you people to publish such work. So it does not matter it's a high impact factor or low impact factor. The only thing is what work you have done.
That's right. So we have to understand that these high impact, low impact, and conference publications, they are all on the same platform. The difference between these publications are not into the publication, it's into your research. So if you are in a very basic level, then you can start with a conference and low impact journals. And as you get results in the future, then you can go towards high impact factor publications also. So our next query is that as a researcher, if someone is unable to use different type of tools or softwares, so is this the supervisor duty to teach them, or they have to do in self-learning?
Well, here we can categorize this answer into two categories. For if you just think about undergraduate students, then I must say, because they have assigned teachers to them, the teacher, uh, they have to make the students stand in the research field. So at undergraduate level, I think it's supervisor's duty to make students feel that what they should learn for themselves. While for masters, for MPhil and PhD students, I think you all should have this hobby. You should develop this hobby to learn different tools. You should be master in one of the tools, like one tool from stats, one tool from recordings, one tool for PPTs, presentations preparation, then one tool for your other graphs drawing and all these things. So you should include these things as your hobby. If you don't have this hobby, let me tell you, you can never stand for the research. Just like in this pandemic time, if you don't have a job, but you're a good researcher, you have learned many things, I think you can sit inside the house, you can write a good paper, you can apply stats on it, you know how to present it, you know how to make results, you know how to draw your graphs, you can independently write a good paper. But if you don't have these skills, then what will happen? You have to depend on others. You will keep asking others, please do this work for me, please do this work for me. So that will be very difficult for you people, and then you have to depend on others. And another good point is, if you're masters in these tools, then you can also be part of other people's publications. Like they can ask you for doing work from them. You can do stats for them, you can prepare their ppts, you can prepare their results. So that will be a very good work for you. So I think a researcher should have these types of hobbies instead of like hiking or watching tv or like these things. So you should develop this.
Yeah, that's right. And nowadays it's a digital era, so it's not difficult to get any training online. There are a lot of like Coursera, YouTube. You can get a lot of trainings on each tools like Mendeley, EndNote, and all these types, and also Center to Advanced Level Research and Development. We are going to start a series of research tools trainings through our webinars, and we will also share more details with you as soon as we will start those things. So thank you for all your question and answer. And still, if we will get any queries, and you are always welcome to send your research problems on our official WhatsApp, and also to the link that I provided to you. Thank you, Dr. Faiza, for all the questions.
Thank you so much.
So from now you have learned that it doesn't matter that you can do also survey research or case study research on master level. Only thing you have to remember is that you have to think 4 to 5 years ahead. And for PhD, you have to think 8 to 10 years ahead. Secondly, what we discuss is that supervisor is not your guide, giving you everything. He's your mentor. He can guide you, but all the research work you have to do by yourself. Third thing we did is that publication is important. It's a part of research. Even your university is not asking you for publication, but you have to do for your career, research career. And high impact and low impact doesn't matter. You can start from the basics and you can move towards high impact as your research moves and get results. And also keep a hobby, extra hobby for now, that is learning any one software or tool for research. So still, if you have any questions or queries related to this, our official WhatsApp is always, you are always welcome there, and you can also send your queries to the link. So now we will move towards our 3 presentations.